Hello, everybody.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good, good. It's always fun to go live. Like it always takes us like a little bit of a it gives us a little bit of a hard time. But anyway, we're talking about what today?
We're talking about the stages of your business and automations that will be serving you at the different stages of your business. Yeah, because we figure a lot of people are wondering, do I need automations and what do I need, and where do I even begin? So we want to clarify that in 8 minutes, hopefully. And yeah, maybe I will start, and then you will go into the details of everything as much as we can. So um, we decided to divide like business into three stages for the purpose of this presentation. So starting out, so that's going to be those of you who are still filling their roster with clients, and then we have a business that is full speed on. So you are full with clients, you have no issues getting new clients, and you have a lot of business going on basically. And then there's scaling, when you want to remove yourself from the business, you want to have more time, you want to scale and be able to go on a holiday without everything falling apart basically. So Carlos, in this first stage of business, what would you say are the automations that will actually serve us? Because a lot of them are not necessary, but what is necessary?
Yeah, that's a good question. And when we talk about automations and optimizing business and stuff, the people who are already getting started, they think, oh, this is not for me, that's too much, maybe this doesn't need that. But the truth is that you can work smarter, not harder, right from the beginning. And sometimes we tend to save as much money as we can, thinking that's going to help us grow. But usually what happens is that if you put a little bit of money aside for these little automations, and it doesn't need to be something complicated, it can help you not only get more clients on board, but also drive more sales, because you're going to look better. You're going to have a system that it looks and feels professional for new people that are interested. So at least I would recommend anyone starting up, you can have a little website, a little landing page that is going to allow you to create more authority online. So everyone
Mhm.
that sees you, they search for you and they look at your website, they see that you have a website there. And then you want to have, and this is paramount, you want to do that right from the beginning, a way to collect emails from people who are interested. And that
Yeah.
is have a little form, like subscribe form or a little lead magnet form that you can use for clients for prospects, when they're interested. You don't send them stuff for free, you send them a link, they leave the email, and then you have the email that you can nurture later on. So website,
Mhm.
lead magnets, and an automated form to collect emails. That's very cheap.
Yeah, that's very cheap or almost free, and it will serve you because those email addresses, you can then use them for years. You can keep collecting them, and you're going to be. This is the phase where you want to get more clients. So you're
Totally.
working on your front store basically. You're trying to get people into the store, and now the next phase of the business is when they are already in the store, this big shopping mall. What do I do with them? You've put all this effort into bringing them there. What now? A lot of
Yeah.
people have, especially coaches, for instance, have this issue that people are not getting the results. They're not involved really in the process. They lose excitement, in the first 48 hours, which we already talked about, I think, last week. So what kind of automations would serve us at that stage when we have people already
Yeah,
inside?
that's a great question. And I think that we are making that very fast. We're gonna drop the link to the Facebook group that you can join if you're not part of it. We're gonna keep dropping more content in there. But basically, what happens is, like, if you have the money to invest and the resources, yes, great. Start investing with automations and streamlining and teams for your business from the beginning. But if that's not the case, like the minimum required, I would say, when you start getting clients on board, you want to give them like a great experience, because making them, helping them get results, it must be your biggest priority. And there's a lot of things that you're going to be doing repetitive, all the time with your clients, that you can streamline and automate, right? and you want to have a CRM or a tool that it allows you to keep track of your prospects and also from your clients, so you can give them what they need when they need it, and you don't need to have all the information in mind. And there is tools out there that they're inexpensive or even free that you can use. Of course, you want to have a CRM. You want to have a way you want to start thinking about putting your contents into a platform that it's gonna allow you moving on later on. It's going to allow you to remove from the business. At this stage, you're still coaching and working with them, but think about what's going to happen in the future and start putting your content into a place that it's going to allow you to use this content later on autopilot. So at this stage, you have a CRM. Keep using, of course, the emails on the landing pages, because you need to keep generating new leads, and have a CRM and start looking into a place where you can put your content so you can scale later on. Oh, we got Elena Aplakova here. That's thanks for jumping on. What's the name of the software you're speaking about? We are using one particular software to run all these things, Elena. And if you're talking about CRM, like the one we're using, it's called the Econis Business Hub. We can share some more information later on, but there's many others that you can use as well, if the only thing you're looking at is CRM. But let me reach out to me, or I'll reach out to you later, and I'll give you some more information.
Yeah, because the Iconic Business Hub is absolutely brilliant. It will serve you like at any point in the stage of business, which is a lot of people want to have everything in one place. And that tool, when I saw it, I just fell in love with it immediately, because most of the tools kind of, you have your CRM here, and you have other stuff in another system, and your pipeline and your leads here and there. And it's also confusing, and we need to always be focusing on managing the amount of information that we're carrying around in the business and the amount of people. So for many of you, having this one tool where you can do everything, even you can run Facebook ads and you can send messages to people on LinkedIn, is a true lifesaver. So great question. Thanks so much. Okay, so now the third stage of the business, we want to have more time. We want to be able to go on a holiday 2-3 months, and we want the business to keep running without necessarily hiring a big team, because when you hire a big team, that takes a lot of time, and the onboarding can really go for months. Okay, yeah. Kimberly says she hates everything. Hates having everything all over the place. Yeah, and I find a lot of people complain about having everything in the many different places. So, Carlos.
Yeah, so look, at this stage, and when you're already at a place, then you're looking at growing and buying back your time. You're really looking at basically automating everything that is a repetitive process that you can streamline, or you can document, so you can either automate it or you can outsource it. And at this stage, and I'm just keeping what Kimberly said, because what happens is when you start a business, you don't think forward, so you just try to avoid all costs right now and try to make things super cheap. And what happens is that as your business grows, you start needing more tools, you start needing more subscriptions, then you want to start interconnecting all together. And when you're trying to buy your time back, the last thing you want is to have like 20 different softwares that you need to connect, and they don't work, so it's money and headaches. Because at this stage, what you want is to automate as much of the marketing as you can, as much as the onboarding as you can as well. So that means when a client signs up, you don't need to send the email with the contract. You don't need to send them the login to the platform, and then the welcome email, and then the links to support. Like, there's a lot of stuff. And if you want to keep your clients engaged from the beginning, you need to take action immediately after they pay. So that is when a platform that integrates everything, it comes really handy, inexpensive, and when it comes to time, it's a headache saver. So basically, apart from the marketing, onboarding, and the CRM, you always will need it for as long as you have clients, but you also want to outsource or automate the delivery process. And this means that your clients usually pay because they want your service and your help, but you want to be able to deliver the same amount of value and remove yourself as much as you can from the delivery process. And this is something that you can do with memberships, with online courses, online trainings. Kimberly says, Zapier is my biggest headache. I currently use 17 hats, but again, still doesn't cover everything. Yeah. Kimberly, I hear you. I was the same as well. And when we started using the Iconic Business Hub, it was like a time saver because we stopped using Zapier, we stopped using anything outside of the platform, and that made our life much better and happier. And the monthly invoices also much lower. And there is no need to connect things outside with Zapier because everything is connected inside. Again, you can reach out to me. I'll reach out later, and we can happy to have a quick chat.
Yeah, it even has social media scheduling, and just like it's crazy. It's crazy what's inside.
I love Zapier, though. I have to confess that I really like Zapier.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And of course, sometimes you're going to need it. Absolutely. Because no tool is perfect, guys. Don't ever buy that. No tool is perfect. There's always going to be something that's missing. But what's also it's important is that the tool has the ability to connect to everything else. Because then you can either do it yourself or hire somebody like myself to help you connect it and just achieve anything you want, and kind of still stay within the platform because the other stuff goes on in the back end. I mean
the most important thing.
The last thing that you didn't mention, I think, was team management. Like when you have your team, this is when a lot of connections and a lot of information will be passed on in your business, and you really want to make sure the information flow. And I think you didn't mention that, but that's a big
that's super important. Like the thing is that if you can automate your business, you're going to be able to outsource a lot of the stuff. Because, and I'm an engineer, and that's my engineer's brain coming. Well, you're also an engineer. So basically what happens is that people run too much or work too fast to automate things that are not optimized. So the tools are just tools, but you need to use them properly. So when you have a process that it has one step after the other, and it's always the same stuff, always the same process, you can optimize it. And then once you have a process that it runs smoothly and it can easily be automated, it's very easy to outsource. Now you can get someone say, hey, Alex, I've got this process, it's A, B, C, and this is the process needs to be followed. Can you please take care of it and let me know if something goes wrong? And then you're handling this information to someone who is either doing the things for you or managing the automations for you. But don't try to build a house starting from the roof, because you need to have a solid foundation. This way it's important to, before you get teams, like I did the mistake as well. I started trying to hire people before I had a clear understanding of the whole thing, and nothing works. Same with automation. The same with ads, right? If you run marketing ads to an offer or business that it's not rock solid, you're gonna start, like, pieces are gonna start falling apart right and left. So I think we've gone already a little bit over the 8 minutes. We might have to extend the 8 minutes a little bit.
No, we're gonna make it. One day it's gonna work. It's gonna be below 8.
All right.
But thanks so much for the comments live. The live comments really kind of spark a conversation. So thanks so much for commenting, everybody who did so.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I'm gonna drop the link to the Facebook group. I don't know where you guys are watching it. This is going live on many platforms at the same time. But definitely, if you're interested in the topic, and we're very passionate as engineers that we are, we have a group where we share like some more content, and I think it's gonna be valuable if you're interested. Otherwise, no hard feelings. We love you anyway, and we'll see you next week, right?
Yes, and have a fantastic rest of this week. Bye.
All right. Thank you.